Caesar, how are you? Oh, you're a beer, huh?
No, I don't.
What's up, man? You still in Texas? We got the documents. You got a house in Texas.
Excuse me, sir. We step out of the area.
Oh, that's the main character.
Thank you. Have a nice day. Let's start. Let's go for me.
Okay, we're starting. We're starting.
I don't know, but you don't have to step out of any area. It's a free.
No, I know. Yeah. He's a wannabe. I see. You sitting together now, right? Goyete. You sitting together? You're not. You should be over there. Oh, look who's here, Badaya.
Okay.
The trio. Alleged. A lot of alleged going on.
Okay.
Where's your camera, Badaya?
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. I'm going to call the meeting to order of the Concord States Community District. And the meeting is today, Thursday, the 11th at 9 a.m. And we're starting the meeting at 9:02. My name is Melissa Bello, and I'm representing Florida District Management today. Before we start, we would like to do this Pledge of Allegiance, defend rights.
Flag of the United States of America, and to the republic which stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you so much. You can be seated.
So, Mr. Cruz is here present.
Cesar Godection first.
The Dire Stretch is present.
So we make quorum. Let's go to the first item.
Before we begin, I just want to make sure that I do a couple of ground rules. Everybody put their phones on silent, and remember that this is a public meeting, and we're going to only address the items in the agenda today. The board members will identify themselves, and when we're called, if you have a question or anything, you will be called and identify your name and your address before you speak. And the board members will do the same. Thank you, and we can begin now. We're going to begin with a public hearing for the adoption of the budget for 2026-2027. The total amount is $1,029,209, and it consists of the general fund of operations and management and maintenance of $646.90.
1 second. Shouldn't we read the minutes from the last meeting on June 4th, 2025?
This is a budget meeting, so we don't read the minutes from the last meeting, we only do.
Well, that was the last meeting, was the budget meeting on June 4th, 2025. We're supposed to have the next meeting to approve. So in order to start the meeting, we should read the
We
meeting.
can waive the.
Excuse me, Mr. Attorney, you keep asking, is that the chair? Is that the chairman now?
No, I'm chair.
Okay, so then, shouldn't we be?
No.
No, we don't have,
That's
we
the
don't have,
next meeting.
yeah, we don't have to read the minutes today.
So what, the
so-
meetings from the
So
last.
Mr. Neil,
Excuse
please
me.
stop interrupting.
Here we
I'm
go.
the
You
chair,
know when
I'm
to
the
stop.
chair.
You're the chair.
Yes.
That's not.
Jayla
That's
will
on
tell
record.
you. Jayla will tell you.
You're the
Jayla,
chair.
yes.
So
So let's go to the,
exactly
we're
what
going to
they're
the
doing.
public hearing to the proposed fiscal
Robin,
year.
they're trying to put you off.
2026,
So
2027.
this
So
one-
we
this
have
one
public,
is
so
crystal
Mr.
clear. She's the chair.
Okay, so public hearing.
I'm part of the.
Are you the
agenda.
chair? You're the chair. So why is he saying he's the chair?
No, I am the chair. She's
So
the one.
who's in charge right now?
Just stop.
No.
Okay,
Who's in
so
charge right
we are
now?
open hearing.
Okay, so then, my question to you now, okay? You want to,
Let's go to the, okay, so
I'm
we are,
facilitating the meeting today.
okay, you
So there is
facilitate,
the
on behalf of
Okay.
Alejandra Sarah?
public,
No,
no,
on
stop,
behalf of
okay.
Florida District Manager.
Okay.
Okay,
And
public
then-
hearing proposed fiscal year 2026-27 budget, we open to the public, anybody has any questions? Anybody has any questions?
Slow down, she said.
Anybody, yes, ma'am, okay, spin up and say your name, please.
I'm Rebecca Turner.
Okay, Rebecca Turner, address?
Why do I have to give you my address?
No, you don't have to.
Yeah, okay, so you're, okay, say, what is your question on the budget?
My question to this woman,
It has to be with the budget.
it is about the budget,
Okay,
because I
what is it?
can't do a budget if I don't know who is up here representing. Where's Alejandro Silva?
He don't have to be here.
Okay.
He's an assistant, okay, so that's
She
not part of
is-
the budget.
She is his assistant? You said you
Yes,
would
one of the
identify
assistant.
yourself, that's all I'm asking you to do.
Okay, so, there's no, okay, so no question about the budget.
I do have questions about the budget,
Okay,
but I'll
what is
wait,
the question?
I'll wait till you present it. I just want her to
Yo,
identify
you got my shot.
herself.
Okay, anybody have questions? Okay, yes,
Do I have 3 minutes to talk?
yes, please.
I would like 3 minutes to talk without being interrupted by
Yes,
anyone.
please.
Okay? In this neighborhood, I've lived for the last 8 years. And ever since the chairman, the president took over, this whole city, this whole community has gone down. Caesar, you've seen it? We've all seen it. It's gone down to nothing.
Disrespect me.
Don't, I mean,
He's disrespecting me over
I'm
here.
not saying anything to you.
I don't wanna hear that disrespect.
without being interrupted, can
But
I,
He's
He's
disrespecting me. I'm not saying anything.
can I get my
Stop
3 minutes back?
disrespecting
Y'all
me.
sound like children.
Can I get my 3 minutes back?
He's over here drunk and he's disrespecting me.
Okay, can we begin with the 3 minutes, please?
Okay,
Okay.
So I would like to speak for 3 minutes. I'm Jim Turner, Dr. Turner, Colonel Turner from the Air Force. Been in charge of 2,000 people with automatic weapons guarding nuclear bombs. And my degree is in management, just a doctorate in management and leadership. So I get it. I know exactly what this person should be doing and what he's doing now. And what he's doing now is disgraceful.
Okay,
This
sir,
whole- pardon me,
it's about the budget. No, 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 no.
This is
No, no,
budget.
3 minutes is
This
not,
is
no, no,
budget.
this is a
See
question
what he's
about the
doing?
budget.
Can you, for the
Okay,
record,
so
see
next,
what he is
next
doing?
person, please.
No, you
Yes.
can't do
Next
that.
person.
Give 3 minutes.
No, no, 3
Yeah.
minutes is about the budget. The other one, he wants to explain something about the
Okay,
budget. It's not
I
fair.
would like to know, I would.
Let him to talk. That's easy.
No, it's about
You
the
don't
budget.
want the
Okay,
truth,
so let's
Cruz.
go to
What's
the
wrong?
next.
You afraid of the truth?
The next person, please.
Let
About
him
the
to
budget.
talk. Let
He
him
could
talk.
talk on the, when
Let
we
me talk
open to
about
the
the
public
budget.
about
Let
the
me talk
cover.
about the
Okay,
budget.
the next
Okay.
person.
No, let me talk
The
about.
next
the
person?
budget.
Okay,
See,
so
he
let's-
doesn't want the truth. For the record, see what he is doing? He's a
No, it's not ridiculous.
autocratic leader, autocratic
No,
leaders by,
please. No.
by authoritarianism, they lead by.
Okay,
Okay, 3 minutes, thank you.
But no, I'm not.
The next person.
So how can,
Yes, ma'am.
how
Next
can
person.
anybody in their right
Next,
mind?
yes, ma'am.
Change
Name-
the budget.
Name, please.
Yield your time to him.
Give me 3 minutes.
Next person.
Okay, my name is Sharon Taggart, and everybody knows me. You know me. Everybody on the board knows me. What I don't understand is how, in today's economy and the world that we're facing, our budget goes from 2 million to 4 million, back down to 2 million, and now 1 and a piece. Nothing's getting cheaper. Nothing's getting easier. We owe money, we have loans, we have bonds, whatever. How does this work? And how is this not a penalty for every one of us who live here and are just trying to build a life? Our homes are on the line, our asses are on the line. Everybody on the board, well, 3 very decisive members on the board have their interests already cared for. We're vested. How does this work? Life isn't getting cheaper. What got cut out? What's being purposely omitted? What's gonna happen?
At this moment, we don't have to, the board doesn't have to answer all the questions. We're gonna take all the questions for the record, and if you have any additional questions, we can address it at the time of discussion, or you can contact the district management at a later time. There's a phone number and an email that you receive on your mailer. You can read it from there, or if not, Tiffany has it at the front.
How
I know
can
these questions
any
aren't
board
gonna be
member,
answered.
how can any board member in their heart do what
Next
they're
person
doing
have
in
a
this
question?
neighborhood? How can
Yes,
any
ma'am.
board member do what they're doing
Yes,
in this
ma'am.
neighborhood?
You can
Yes.
ask questions, but don't
You give,
expect
you kiss
answers.
us on the lips,
That's
and
it.
stab us
Next
in, kiss us on
question.
the lips and stab us
Yes,
in the
ma'am.
back.
Disrespect
the old people, Excuse me, I
We
thought
need,
you called on me.
order please, order please. We need to have one person
Name-
at a
name-
time
Hold
speak.
on me.
My name is Justice Stacey. I live at 3010 Palermo Roseway, Kissimmee, Florida. My question for the budget is, why are we talking about 2027 budget when we didn't even get 2026 approved? We had a meeting, I was pregnant, so this is how long ago. My son is 10 months old. I came to the last meeting, it was in June. How are we having a budget for 2027 if 2026 never got approved? I came up here every time there was a C.D.D meeting, and y'all weren't here. I called the front desk. They said there was no meeting in place. So understand my frustration when y'all are talking about a budget for upcoming year when 2026 we never approved as a community. In addition to all of this, why are you telling us that we have 20 days on this platter to discuss anything when y'all only gave us 11 days to even, like, you addressed this May 27th. I didn't get this to June 1st after Memorial Day, and then we have a meeting June 11th. I'm getting frustrated. My emotions are very high because I've only been a homeowner for 2 years after serving this country for 7 years. And the leadership in this is ridiculous. As you see, there are a lot of veterans here, and our homes are on the line. Y'all don't have an answer, and y'all arguing like 2-year-olds. Like, let's be adults. We are over 25 years old. I'm 30, and we can't even have a conversation in this economy. We're gonna have disagreements, but y'all can't even be upfront with anything. Y'all can't tell us where our money is going. If we're gonna pay this money, where is it going is our question. That's it. That's all we're asking. Just be upfront with where the money is going. Y'all, put yourself in my shoes. Yes, you're board members, but at the end of the day, we're humans. And y'all can't even give us the respect, the truth, any of it. Can't even look me in my eyes and tell me the truth on where this money is going. I've only been paying my property tax for 2 years. I am part of the HOA. When I bought my home, none of y'all were there to even try to assist me with what's next. But yet you want my money. You want my $6,000 or however much each year. When someone buy a house, we shouldn't have to go through all these loops of who issue it is, the HOA or the C.D.D. I tried a full year to get the issue for a pool. And it was for the C.D.D., but there was nobody in the office. So understand my frustration with y'all. I am pissed. I am disappointed in this leadership. Y'all want to call yourselves members and whatever the case is, but you can't even do your job. And I'm trying my best, not because I'm trying to be respectful, because I don't know what y'all go through. But yet y'all can't even help us. And I'm a new homeowner. These people have been here over a decade. And y'all are, I don't know the history. I don't care to know the history. What can we do to move forward? What can we do to be more trustworthy with each other? Because this isn't going anywhere. This has been going an ongoing issue since 2024.
3 minutes are up.
Thank you for your time.
Cannot pass. This
Next
budget
one.
cannot pass.
Okay, you already spoke.
I did not.
Anybody
already
else?
spoke. How many minutes?
I did not.
She haven't.
I asked someone to identify themselves.
Name, please.
I'm sorry?
The name?
Your name and
Johanna Driggers. So I'm owner for more than 20 years. And what I'm seeing in the community, I am
It's
sorry.
questions about the budget, ma'am.
Yes, my question is, where is my money going? That is my
This for
question.
2027 budget.
Yes, my question is why this is coming from, where those numbers are coming from?
Okay.
When we have last
So-
year and it's still, my concern is the same one's here. And I'm owner for 20 years.
Yes.
I don't see any improvement. What I see, and with all due respect, is like, this is a fraud. I'm sorry. This is a fraud, a legal fraud that apparently you all are part of. And I'm sorry.
Okay. That's-
And I
what
understand,
part
I'm
is that?
sorry,
What is-
I need
no,
my
ma'am.
time, I need my
We don't-
time.
we
Leave
have
her to
My
talk.
time, this is
No,
my
hold on,
time.
let me talk.
No, this is my
No,
time,
no, no,
I'm
why
sorry.
you?
The
She
problem
can
is
talk.
that
She
I'm
has the
sick
right.
and tired
She's an
of
owner.
this.
No, we're gonna ask you to take
She's
out.
an owner.
No,
We
I'm
have-
sorry.
Ma'am, listen what I'm saying, just listen. We have 3 parts, 2 people to talk. The first one is about the budget, then we talk about operational maintenance, and then you could talk everything that you want.
You don't
No,
wanna
but
hear the
I'm
reality,
saying-
that's what
My
happened.
problem
We're talking
is-
about your
My
corruption.
problem
So
is
that
like
we-
we have
Sir.
even 3 minutes, in 3 minutes
Jada
that we are
can
not
say-
even respect our 3 minutes.
So far, we're good.
So my problem is that I
on
don't
now.
receive any response.
This is
I don't
a
receive,
joke.
and I'm sorry, I'm talking to you. I'm talking to
Yes,
you.
ma'am.
And we need to
Listen
be
to her,
respectful.
please.
Because I'm not a baby, okay? I'm not a baby, and neither do you, because you are older than me. And this is disgusting. How can we be so disrespectful? And I understand, yes, that you cannot even look at my face, because you are so disrespectful. All of you, okay? All of you, older than me, and you should be ashamed of all this respect with everybody that are older than you guys, and I don't know who raised all of you, because this is shameful. That is my word. I am so sick and tired to see that all of you have been robbing us. Because where is the money? I cannot even walk without me dropping like there is no rod, there is no road, there is holes everywhere. The community is disgusting, and all of these people are here paying you all, and where is the money? Where are the answers? And then you have your face looking at me with like that arrogant, and I am sorry, you should be ashamed of yourself.
They're gonna
And
cut
I
you off.
again,
They're gonna cut you off.
Yes.
You owe us an answer, Cruz.
Okay, thank you. So anybody else question about the budget?
No,
I
come
didn't
on.
ask you a question, I asked her to identify herself, and I want my, pardon me?
I have done that.
I know, and I appreciate it, but I would like my 3 minutes to ask a question about the budget.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Do you want my name again?
No, ma'am.
Good. Okay, do you want my waist size, my hip size, my breast size?
No, ma'am.
So, here we are. I want to know how you can take a budget and decrease it so much this year from the last years and look me in the face and tell me I'm going to be able to pay my bills, because I'm not. There will not be enough money in that budget to pay for the utilities and the water and the maintenance and the upkeep and the things that we as a community want. So you tell me how we're going to pay those bills.
How much money do you think we have for the budget for the?
I believe the budget of this month.
How much?
2.5.
No.
I believe it was something like 1 point.
No, that, okay. So the problem is, we was brought up to JLAC, and we talking to JLAC every single day. And they're looking at the budgets of the previous years, and we have to follow regulation, because this is the first time that JLAC ever addressed a C.D.D.
Who's JLAC? I don't know what this is.
That's the audit for the state.
Okay.
So when we,
To answer your question,
when we
judicial
doing it,
legislative
sir,
audit.
when they doing this, they're talking to them. When they talk to them, they have to follow, for this year, we have to follow the rules and regulations about the prices, how much we could charge for things like that. So, Florida District Manager came up with a number, that those are the numbers that will be approved by JLAC.
And what is the number?
The
What
number is
is-
1,029,200.
But that's significantly less than last year.
Yes, but that's what we have to follow, because if
How are
we,
we going to do it? Tell me how we're going to stretch it.
okay,
I mean, I can serve hamburger to my family every
this is,
night, and I'm
this
still
is
not
the
stretching
problem.
my budget enough.
If people went to complain to Jay like it was too high, then they start addressing it, and then they start giving numbers. So we have to follow the numbers that they give.
That's your leadership. That's
Okay,
on you.
so-
You get
so-
paid for that.
So, then the next, okay,
So,
I mean,
Okay.
excuse me,
so
may I
my
bring up-
response to that is, if you collected money last year,
mhm.
and some of it went in your pockets, instead of.
You see,
in my
now I'm gonna
budget.
stop you there,
You can't
because
stop me.
we don't have nothing to do with that, and JLAC is doing their,
You have nothing to
the
do
out,
with
the
the money
JLAC
that
is,
is
the
in your
audits came
pocket.
clear, and JLAC is doing their audit. So they're checking every single thing.
But
If
they
we still
can't.
here, it's because they're doing the job
But
and
they
everything
can't
is
take
fine.
that money
Oh,
back.
the FDLE.
They cannot
FDLE
take-
is doing with them too,
They
and ethics
cannot
too,
take
and everybody.
that money back out of your pocket. And regardless of what you say in numbers, we aren't going to have enough money to pay our bills.
We're going by
Thank
the-
you, ma'am, but we are following the audit at this
But
point.
you're not answering the
But you're
question.
following it, and you're leading us into hell.
following what?
So-
Following the
The
assessments of
property?
Answer the question.
Because we pay for
Okay.
How are we going to pay our bills? That's the
Every bank
question.
of
Is there anybody
How are we
else?
going to pay the bills?
Okay, so,
According to the audit, that should
See,
cover
for the
it.
camera,
Okay,
he
so
is
the
shirking
purpose-
it again.
so the proposed budget
And
is,
Caesar
we
squirming.
close the pool again, the proposed budget is for a
For
million
the
what?
operation, no, it's $1,029,209.
That's $1,029,209. Okay, so public comments on the proposed budget is, we close the public hearing. So now we go to
May I
the
ask a
public
question?
hearing of the operation
Can I
maintenance
ask a question,
assessment.
please? Mr. Chair,
We,
in order to, since I think some of the residents aren't clear about it, but in order to obtain this year's budget, don't we have to, shouldn't we be shown last year's budget and operation maintenance and everything? Cause it's supposed to be line by lines, and we haven't been able to I'm talking to the chair lady. So, in order to
The
get
ma-
this year, don't we have to have last year? So we got something to compare, because we don't have anything to compare. This is what I'm saying, because we're gonna look for line by line, and I wanna make sure that I'm clear, because I heard a statement that said that we're not only following the budget curriculum because of the JLAC, and for those who don't know what the JLAC is, it's a Judicial Legislative Ordering Committee.
I explained to her about the numbers, they're right there on the table.
You have
remember?
received the mailer, and in the mailer, it
It
says.
doesn't show last year's operating.
It does show.
It does not.
It shows right here, last year here, operation.
It didn't come into the
2026
bill.
and 2027.
So now we go to the next one, will be the
Excuse
public
me.
hearing operation
Are
and
you gonna
maintenance.
answer me?
No,
just-
yep.
Yeah, so if it's there, please tell me how much was last
They
year's
only
budget.
answer.
The operation, now, we have to
This
follow
is- this is-
procedure,
this is-
operation and maintenance. How much is the amount for operation and maintenance?
600,
45.
646, $971.
And what does that cover?
That 646 is the one that is gonna be covering landscaping, light and stuff. For how they went with the light bill, they took all the light bill receipts, and that's what we got. They took all the water bills, and that's what they got.
You mean an average?
Huh?
The average that?
No, what they do is they take all the bills for a year, and that's what they charge.
Right, that's an average.
Lights for the light, and that's what they charge. For the landscaping, we got 30-something acres, and they say this is how much people should be charging. 100, 200, 300, depends on the acres. So what happened is, if we get 3 bids, and they are all the way out here, guess what? People was taking the lowest bids, but landscapers that were abusing. So they're gonna be looking at the other CDDs as well, because this is how much you have to pay. So if you get 3 landscapers, 3 bids, that are super high, guess what? You cannot hire them, you have to look for somebody, and then you have to tell them already, this is the amount of money that we're gonna pay for landscaping. So that is on the internet, and you will see the things. Then for the pool, will be the example. This is how much a pool service charge around the area, this is how much you need to charge.
So those are separate, that 600,000 is separate.
Yes,
from the
separate,
other
it's
budget.
separate, it's separate.
And that's what you expect this whole community to pay their
The bills, yes.
I can't hardly pay my own bills for that. I mean, I just don't understand. The
So-
numbers don't add up, I don't
It
understand.
only covers common areas now. It's only for common areas.
Okay, so what's an uncommon area?
The roads are not ours, the sidewalks are not ours.
So we don't pay
So
our debt.
who
We're
is the,
gonna
who
go
is the
down.
person in charge
There's
of
gonna
the
be
road?
foreclosures
county.
and
No.
bankruptcy.
And there's something, like, let me ask you something, because that is something that I am so frustrated. The community, did you guys take the time, I'm sorry, did you guys
We
take the
didn't.
time to go and check the community? I invite you to go and see the disaster that we live in.
What area are you speaking, that belongs to the CDD?
My question is like the lakes, for example, that is
So the lakes, we was doing a cleanup, I don't know if you saw
Yes.
that we was doing a cleanup, but unfortunately,
Uh-huh.
it was a complaint done to South Florida Water Management from a resident. JLAC is involved in this, and the problem is that we cannot resolve problems that we foresee in the future. For example, if you say, well, the lakes might get bad, let's have this, no.
But we can
Unfortunately,
react
as
to
a
problems
government,
from the past.
as a problem, we cannot foresee things, so we cannot say, for example, hurricane comes, so let's spend, that's how much money cutting tree, because it don't work like that.
Let-
So the way that we are now is, it has to break first
Mhm.
to be able to fix it. So we
That's what-
cannot budget for something that is not broken
Like,
yet.
for example, let me tell you something. Before, because I'm telling you, I'm on it for 20 years. Before, we have company that came at night and put some pesticides, and
Yes.
especially for the mosquitoes, because we have a lot of lakes.
Oh,
That
no,
is
that's
not
the
happening
county,
anymore.
that's the county. That was the county.
It was the county, so what is going on now?
No, that's the county, we
So
cannot. tell
we,
the-
and then who is in charge to help us with that? That is one thing. My other thing is, I'm sorry, and probably I would say that, We have also a lot of problems with the mailbox blocking.
Oh.
I called several authorities and they said, I will tell you the word where the officer told me 2 days ago, who was the idiot who designed this community that put parking in front of the mailbox. That is ridiculous. I don't receive my mailbox every day, because the mail courier cannot stop because of that, because you guys, yes. When
No,
you
no.
said that, you know what, probably for you, Mr.
what
Cesar,
he's-
do
what
not
he's-
affect you, or you,
No, but the
because
thing
of
is,
that. You don't need
the
that.
thing is that the mailboxes, you have to go to the postal service for that.
I will.
Okay,
And they said,
pero-
it's about design, it's a bad
Yeah, but that has
design
nothing
of
to
the
do,
community.
but that has nothing to do with the city.
No?
No.
So who was the planner of the community?
That was
They
the-
told me
that was the-
C.D.D are the one in charge to put either sign
No,
or
no.
redesign
Okay, no,
the
but-
street.
Why
That
can't we
was the
just move the
developer
mailboxes?
and the county.
Yes, but they told me that now the C.D.D are the one that can implement either signs or different
No, because
regulations.
those roads belongs to the county.
Sir, I went to the county, I went to the
I-
sheriff, I went to the post office. Everybody said
too.
is at the C.D.D now, the persons who are to either remove the white line, because that is another thing, they cannot come and put ticket, unfortunately, because those are permit parking, unfortunately.
Why can't
So,
we move the mailboxes? I don't
we
understand.
need
Okay, but I went to, about the mailboxes, I went to the postal service to move the mailboxes, and they
Yes.
said you cannot move them. Because they already have it for the mailman, to calculate the route. Then I say, okay, you know what, let's give the Ocean community have the big mailbox. We cannot do it because.
Oh, they
it was-
tell me different, they said that they
Because
talked to
before,
you.
because it was before 2007.
Oh, they said they talked to you and you never got an agreement with them.
No, because I have the emails that the only thing they allowed was for you, if the HOA allows you to change your mailbox, but to change the position, you can't. To do the big box, you can't because the community was before 2011. And also for the lines, that's something that they has to go to the community, to the, how you call it? To the county, and the county needs to do an ordinance for that road to prohibit people from parking there. So it has to be the county commissioners to create an ordinance, and they did that in Blackstone, and by Parkview, this Parkview, Poinciana Boulevard, it's a street there that they actually got it. They went to the county and look, now nobody can park outside in the road.
So you're telling us that we have a problem that we've addressed and that we can't do anything about it?
It's the county, the one who, we don't have the power. It's like I cannot go, he's not cutting his grass, I cannot go and cut his grass. I just need to go to the county and complain. I cannot just.
I would like some equal time to my partner over here. She's spoken twice, and I'd like to speak again. Can I do that? I
Yes,
would like to
you
be
can.
treated equally. Okay. I think it boils down to a budget is this. You folks have deleted the budget, and diminished the budget for the last 2 years, and now we've got a budget that doesn't even make sense to own, not at all. How with a budget like this, are we gonna pay our back bills on these
Yes.
bonds? How are we gonna get paid off eventually someday without going to foreclosure or bankrupt in this community?
Okay.
No.
No, no.
I'm not done yet.
No, I'm gonna tell you,
Okay.
because if you say the whole thing, I'm sorry to
I
interrupt
don't
you.
get the answer.
Okay.
So, that is gonna be in the resolution for what you're saying about the debt, that's gonna be in the resolution 7 and 8. It's gonna be addressing that
Explain
debt.
it
So we'll address
Yes,
it, he'll
we're-
address it in a little while.
On the 7 and 8, we're gonna address that,
Okay.
and you're gonna like what we're gonna say.
Okay?
Very good.
Okay.
All right, thank you.
Okay, so now, therefore, the hearing of operation assessment, they're close to the public hearing, okay. So now, we go, resolution, yes.
The first resolution is to adopt the budget for 2020, number 2026, 2027. And the full budget amount was $1,029,209. Do we have a motion?
But you said
I
the
got a motion.
600,000 was separate.
Second it.
So would it not be 18?
No, it's included.
No, the
You
separate,
said
the separate is for, that's for the maintenance. And the rest is for the bonds and the debt.
So the total is only 1,000,000.2.
Correct, yes.
Are we allowed to at least tell you we object to that vehemently? Are we allowed to be on the
You
record
have to
and say?
influence these people.
No,
They
are
don't
we
know.
allowed to say that we, as the community, totally,
We
totally
can keep it on
object to
record,
that.
it's gonna
Thank
be in
you.
the minutes.
Thank
It's
you.
gonna be in the
Okay.
minutes.
Before,
So I
before
call
you
a
make a
mo, so I
motion,
call a motion.
before you call the motion, the,
That motion is
how
for-
much money, because it's so
The
small.
discussion goes after the motion.
No, we still talking about the budget though.
Yeah, but-
But you didn't let everybody, you didn't ask the board to speak before they close, before you make the motion of the board.
No,
Okay,
the
I want to
you go
know
on
how
motion
much
and
money
second
was
and
spent on landscaping. I mean, before we go, approving the budget, we don't know how much was spent on landscaping, we don't know how much was spent on, don't give me 12, can I please get this across? Because can I get this across?
I call a motion to the, I call.
Just
the-
wait for him to
No,
talk.
he needs to talk, but we have
Yeah,
to-
he's
talk.
explaining
I
something.
will explain.
I
You
call-
always wanna be
Hold
the
on.
owner
I call
of the
mo-
meeting.
Hold on, I call the motion for the resolution 2026-01 for the budget 2027. Did we get a second?
I second the motion.
Okay, now we open for the comments. Now you do the comments.
That's crap.
But that's the
procedure.
that's the procedure.
That's how
You
the.
guys
That's how
have-
you guys work
You
together.
guys have all.
Okay,
Oh,
now,
yeah.
now,
Oh, yeah.
now open the
Unless
discussion
we have a motion.
We always have.
What was the motion?
for the budget, to approve the budget.
Okay, let me ask you one thing.
For approve the
Those
budget.
ladies, they work with us, right? They work for the committee, for the CDD. What are they doing here? They don't own a home.
This is a public meeting.
Just like
Okay,
that, just like
all right.
Okay.
Good to know. Taking note of.
Could you please, who's taking the minutes? Read the motion that he stated. I just want to hear what he just said. Somebody will play it back for me, his exact words, what he just said from the motion. Run it back for me, please.
The motion is for.
No. I want the words that came out of his mouth, because what came out of his mouth for the motion is not what was just said. Please, if whoever's doing the minutes, run it back. Run the tape back for me.
Okay, consideration of the resolution 2026-01, adopting Florida fiscal year 2027 budget. Did we get a second?
Second.
Okay,
Now we can open
the
discussion
portion.
from the
You have a
floor.
question, Mr.
You
Now
gonna
this
op-
is the time for-
Now you're gonna open it up to the board? You wanna go down the line, talk with the chair, if they got anything to say, then I'll finish up.
Okay, so I have nothing to say? Okay, how many vote in favor?
No, he gets to say something.
Aye.
Now you get to say something on it. I said go down the line. This one didn't say
What
nothing,
were
that
your
one didn't say nothing.
Okay,
It's my
then
turn.
go.
There's always discussion.
What were your conscience?
Let me just, for the camera, for the record, my name is
Yeah.
Rob McNeil.
What were
I
your
just have,
conscience?
I am perplexed that you sent out this, a budget, and with my budget, I gotta have my income and my
Mr.
expenses.
Mr.
I had no time
Go
to,
straight to the
listen,
point.
excuse me.
No, you
Here we
go
go with
to
this
the
here.
point.
I'm trying to get,
Oh,
I'm
no,
trying,
you don't-
listen.
No, just go.
Stop interrupting.
What you
So let him talk.
Let me just explain.
No, just go to the point. What is your
Yes.
question on the budget?
Victor, let him
He's
talk.
trying to tell you.
Okay, you know what, then,
Okay.
we'll pass?
Let him finish.
Don't influence
No,
this. This is disgusting.
So, you have a straight question about the budget. What is the question?
I had to build the case,
No,
because
it's not built in the case, Mr.
the budget
This
is.
is not a court.
Oh, my God.
Okay.
You know what's perplexing me is that I do not have the luxury, even though I'm not on the time clock. As a board member, there's unlimited time for me to speak, uninterrupted. So what I'm confused is how we come up to this here approval, or even, FD, or whatever, Florida District Management Group, come up with the numbers when we don't have the ability to see, well, this much we spent on landscaping, and we use 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 different landscapers, and this is how much it cost us. So this is how we're gonna be able to look at next year's, because we didn't have no landscapers on the contract this year at all, because we didn't have no bid. And if there were bids, then they had to have some meetings, and if they had meetings, they didn't have no meeting, because the last meeting we had was June 4th.
Okay,
2020,
I got the answer for that already.
I didn't ask
I
you a
got the-
question.
I got the answer.
Oh,
That was
yes,
the answer.
Dios, Papi.
We have to
Papi,
go,
sir,
we
sir.
have to
Oh,
go
my God.
by what we already paid. I
Uh,
already explained it to you.
uh.
So if we pay $10,000 of water, we only could put the budget $10,000. So if we spend $120,000 landscaping, we could only charge $120,000 a
That's
month.
fine, that's fine again, but can we see that? That's all I wanna do. I want to see
Then
those
you have to,
numbers.
then you have to request those numbers, but not for today.
Adios, Leo.
Okay,
That's what we've
so-
been doing. We've been asking
okay.
for it. Every time we call Florida District Management, they said, they don't have this information. They have to get, you put in the request and it takes whatever, and then it's like, oh, all public records, and you come back and everything. I shouldn't have to have public records to see expenses on the community. It's a simple thing here. I'm talking about how much are we spending. There should be a daily running tab or something other that we can, it's
know
open. We should be able to see our expenses
Let's
and our
have it on
expenditures.
June 30. We're gonna have on the next meeting, we book a day and we could have other numbers. Who is in favor of
Before
that?
the
Who is
meeting,
in favor of
in
the
order to go, pre-approve the budget, shouldn't we be going line by line by line and everything? And line by line means operating
Full
maintenance. And then
explanation.
you have to be able to explain that to the people, because we
We
just
have
say.
we have a motion, we have a second.
go ahead,
All in
go
favor,
ahead, go ahead.
Badaya?
Yeah.
Aye.
Favor? Are you opposed or favor?
Opposed, nay.
Okay.
Robin McNeil.
So-
Put all the three in favor.
3 or 1.
What three are they, please, for the record?
Yeah, for the record.
Caesar, Victor, and Badaya, yes. And
Who are
McNeil.
opposed?
Robin McNeil, opposed.
Okay.
And the community.
Consideration of the resolution approving revised operational maintenance methodology and levy for Florida year 2026, 2027, or an operational maintenance assessment 2026-02. What that means is that we approving the document that is given to the county. That's it.
What happens when we don't,
He's recording now.
Oh.
He's recording.
Oh, okay, I'm like.
what,
No, he can't behind the days, he gotta be over there.
what
Where-
happens when
Go there.
it happens that we don't have the money to pay our bills? Can you tell us what will happen then?
I could explain to you on 7 and 8.
Oh, okay, I'll wait
Okay,
for 7 and
okay.
8.
So, could I get a motion for number 5?
You need a second motion?
No, a motion.
I make a motion for it.
So, Mr. Caesar, call a motion for consideration of resolution approving revised operational maintenance methodology and living for the fiscal year 2026-27, operational maintenance assessment 2026-02. All in favor? Could I get a second?
Second.
Mr. Badaya, second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Who opposed?
No.
No.
Mr. O'Neill. Okay.
For the record, those that approve for the minutes, please put on the record who agreed, who didn't.
Can you guys repeat loud, please, for the record?
Victor?
Caesar, Objection Secretary.
And Badaya approved?
But I
And-
instruction.
And Mr. Neal?
Robin McNeil, please stop calling him Neil.
Consideration of resolution 2026-03, establishing operational maintenance assessment stabilization policy. So that stabilization policy is that the board should not approve, should not increase no more than 5% unless it's a public hearing.
Oh, so we do have the ability to up our budget.
It has to be a public hearing.
Okay, this is a public hearing, why can't we do it?
No, we're talking about,
This is a policy for future,
For
for the next
future.
year.
So during the course of next year, if our budget gets depleted and we still have expenses,
you have to do a
we
public
can have
hearing.
a public hearing and raise the
And they
budget.
have to have super majorities, they have to have 4 board members approving that.
That's gonna be
These-
interesting,
this
cause I'm on the
board
ticket.
No.
I'm on the ticket.
Whoever is on the board, then they get that,
Yes.
okay? Could I get a motion for that resolution?
I make the motion for it.
Okay, so we have a motion,
Can you make, state
Caesar
your name?
Objection, making the motion for it.
consideration of resolution 2026-03, establishing operational maintenance assessment stabilization policy. I call the second, Victor Cruz. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed?
Robin McNeil opposes.
So many opposed. Okay,
For the record, who,
we go to the
then they
next.
continue to make sure, they say Victor Cruz.
We did.
Caesar, no, you still have, to for every motion, you have to put out. who approved.
Consideration of resolution 2026-04, amending clubhouse rental fees, establishing a refundable security deposit, reaffirming resolution 2007-11, and confirming public access to the district recreation facilities. In other words, they cannot deny to use the facility to others who wants to rent. So they can-
Outside of our community?
No, anybody who wants to rent.
Outside of our community?
No, that's a public facility.
So we can rent it to anyone
Anyone.
outside of our,
Whoa.
are we
Anyone.
also going to make it available to the community members who have been locked out?
No, it's not being locked up, but listen to this. This amendment that would not, starting October, they would no longer charge the $100. It will only be the 300 deposit and it will be returned.
Okay,
So they don't have to pay the $100.
okay.
The reason for it is because we are a nonprofit organization, so we cannot, if to do that, it will get more complicated because then you have to open LLC, you have to get accounting, you have to pay taxes, so on. So that resolution starting October 1st, the next fiscal year, anybody who wants to rent the clubhouse, they have to follow, the rules.
But
the 30
does that
people.
include the residents who have not been able to rent it? I.e., I'm sitting in a freaking Holiday Inn when I've got a clubhouse of my own.
Because the club, we expected to have more than 30 people.
But
cannot
you
have more than
yourself
30
just
people there.
lectured
That
us
is
on,
always
you
same
just
thing.
lectured us on, I can't predict the future, I can only act on what we have now.
Because what happened was in 2024, October 2024, a personal resident made a complaint. They recorded that there were more than 30 people and we was gonna get a fine. And then 5 times, inspectors have been going there doing activities, looking at if it's more than 30 people.
Okay.
Because they call.
Okay, well, to erase that then, is the clubhouse and the amenities, are they going to be available to the residents who have been blocked?
Nobody's been blocked to use.
I
it.
disagree with you strongly,
Okay, so-
sir, because you're talking to 2 of us, right?
You have been
smack
blocked?
here. You bet your butt we
How
have.
you been blocked, ma'am?
Pardon me?
How you been blocked?
Put my little card in and it's.
That card,
We've changed.
we
them,
have
we've done
more than
everything.
45 people. First of all, we don't handle the card things, that's a company. We already have 45
Who
people.
hired the company?
Huh? It's been the company before us.
But who hired them?
That's been since 2007.
That doesn't make.
But you have to talk to the company in order to solve the
Okay,
problem.
so the problem is, we have people who go there, they go with the card and they just get a new one. We have people who are there 3 times because their cards are sensitive with magnets and they get this continued. Just go to the office and they give you a new card. We already have a list of all the people who are changing.
We'll go to the office where there's usually no one there.
They're right there,
It
ma'am.
will not work.
They're right there and we have
Who's there
cameras.
right now?
They're
They're not
right
in the
here.
office.
We have a person covering for them.
So again, it's a simple yes or no.
Yes. Then, no,
Will-
the people would not be
no.
restricted, nobody's being restricted.
That's not what
Oh, yes, they have.
Excuse me.
So,
Will
everybody
the
will be open.
clubhouse be available to residents?
It's
For
always-
Easter
it's-
parties, Christmas parties.
If you rent it,
The club, we have to rent our own clubhouse.
you have to rent the clubhouse because the problem is that once you rent the clubhouse, you sign for responsibility, you reserve it, you sign the responsibility. The insurance now don't cover those activities. So the person has to get insurance that costs like $20-something because if something happens, they are responsible, not the C.D.D. And that's why they had to separate. They cannot just go and do any activity because you need to have the insurance because if something happens. And that's not us. That's the company
I
insurance
wish-
unless you contact them because then it will be like $5,000-6,000. And then if you tell them that people gonna be having alcohol or people is gonna have children or it's a pool, then the insurance keep going up. So the best thing is if somebody's gonna do activity, pay their $20-25 on the insurance instead of the burden of the community.
I wish I could
You
believe
know,
you, but I don't
transparency
think it
and
will.
accountability is the name of the game. You know for a fact, Cruz, that I rented that place out in good faith 3 years ago, longer than that, to rent a party for my granddaughter, and then you personally changed it.
I did not change it. The staff who no longer working there, she made a mistake and had to do.
No, it's on you. Accountability is on you.
You have to stop
Responsibility is on
somewhere.
you.
You see, when you're there,
It
you will
stops
make sure.
with you.
I wish
Okay.
you're moving that one.
So-
These are, I don't wanna hear from
So
you.
will we get a second? A motion? I got a motion for the consideration.
She has a question.
We have a question.
This
So
lady-
go right
The
to
Yes,
public
of course.
hearing is already closed, ma'am.
Oh.
So I have the motion for consideration for resolution 2026-04, amending clubhouse rental fees, establishing refundable security deposit, reaffirming resolution 2007-11, and confirming public access to district recreation facility. Could I get a second?
Caesar objection, made a motion for it, and so the second motion.
The second. We are in favor? Aye. Any opposed?
I oppose, Robert Hill.
Okay. So now we go to the number 9. Okay, consideration resolution 2026-05, establishing procedures for reimbursement of district expenses from the sale of the district-owned property and distribution of the sale proceeds. So that means that when the bondholders sell those lots, they are mandated to, whenever they sell them, they're gonna be mandated, if not, we're gonna go to court, they have to pay whatever the C.D.D has been spending on those lots to reimburse.
Okay.
Okay,
Do
could
we
I
have
get a second?
Do we have a figure how much the CDD has been expending on those lots? Or, where can we find that information on how much the CDD has been spending on those empty lots since the exception? Is it public records, so anywhere for us to go look before we make this proposal? How many lots are we talking about? I'm not gonna be able to get any of that information, so since we get ready to propose on these, how many are available, how many are delinquent to the county, any of
So
that stuff?
when they delinquent to the county, is good, and I'm gonna tell you in what place. If we pay, we continue to pay. If they become delinquent and they're going on a tax sale, guess what? The debt do not get erased. So whoever purchased that lot still have to pay the debt.
So nobody's gonna purchase them.
And
No, through a tax sale. So if they purchase from the bondholders, if they purchase those lots from the bondholders, the debt gets erased because the A2 bond gets erased and the B bond. But JLAC right now is looking, they started looking at yesterday, we had a conversation, they started re-looking at the B bond because they're not just looking from 2022, they're looking from 2007. And now they're seeing some irregularities with AVEX homes. So what I'm seeing now is that there were some bonds on $80,000, $85,000 for the B bond, and they cannot explain on the documents why AVEX home bond disappeared and now appears on the lot.
And have we lost any property due to,
We didn't lost it. It's a
Have we
property
lost
who went a tax deed sale.
so we lost it?
No, we didn't lost it because the debt's still there. So the collection documents were sent to the new owner of that lot, and they have to pay the debt. If they don't pay that debt, then it gets foreclosed.
So have we had any foreclosed lots? No lots, none of
Foreclosure,
those. How
no.
many lots are we talking that's still on the books that the community owns? How many?
27.
47.
27.
27. So we have not at all lost any lots to any foreclosure. None of these lots have been
No
sold.
foreclosure. We have two. There were more lots. There were two who was with the bankruptcy. That's the bondholders handle that. There are 27 still up. And there was one lot that was sold like before, because all those lots have been sold the same way that you mean it. They're talking about the tax deeds.
Mhm.
All those lots have been sold more than 5-6 times through tax deeds in the past. So they could continue be, so people come, like those people who already purchased them, they already got the thing, they're just gonna drop the lot.
All right,
So the county collects their money, and then the bondholders. So let's say that lot was sold for $41,000, right?
right.
So those
What did you pay for it?
$41,000 goes to the county, whatever they own, and the rest, I think 120 days, is gonna go to the bondholders that they have a bank account, they already have $100 and something thousand there. That money's gonna go there.
Okay, and you use the terminology, I'm probably sure quite a few people are not familiar, and that is tax deed. So
Tax
could
deed.
you please explain that tax deed, because I'm not.
So all those
tax
lots,
deeds are what?
back in 2011, those lots were out of nowhere, they have a B bond. 2017, they did the 2017 B bond, and then out of nowhere, it's no longer on the budget. It's a B bond. We have the A1, the A2. It's just a bond that it's a debt of the community. It had nothing to do, we don't have no information about that bond. So they put that bond, they did a deal with AVEX, they removed some debt and they allocated to those lots. Those lots were sold and they didn't tell the people that each one of them owned $85,000. When they gave it to them and they didn't tell them that each one of them owned $85,000, those people let it go and they did not pay the taxes. So the county comes and collected the taxes. And a tax deed went and they put those lots for sale. When they put those lots for sale, another person came, bought them. Oh, you got $85,000 plus interest debt? They let it go.
Where was your leadership?
They came,
What did we pay you for?
and they bought it again. We're talking about 2011, 2014. That's before I even purchased my home. So 2014, people came, bought them. Like example, we all come, oh, we're gonna buy those lots, we bought those lots, we're gonna build, oh, you got a debt. Okay, we let it go, they went and tax D again. We let it go, they went and tax D again. We let it go, they go and tax again. So those lots have been going back and forward for a long time, and for the purpose of the bondholders, it's good for them because they're collecting the money little by little. It's the due diligence of the person who buys them on the tax deed to know the debt, because the debt never gets erased unless the bondholders go pay.
So the person, so tax deeds are, so we're not paying the taxes and everything, so that's what you're saying. And so what, because we don't pay, the community don't pay, I go and look, I said, oh, these lots are empty. I'm gonna go pay that tax deed, that tax deed. Now, in order for anything to happen, and I have the right to foreclose against.
Yeah.
Right, so that part you're losing out, because if you own, and you take that tax deed, okay, and they have a certain amount of time, how long is it before they can decide if they wanna press you and say, hey, we want this paid? So if we don't, so you got to have to pay it, we have to pay it, right? Because if we don't, they can start foreclosure.
So why you wanna pay when somebody else could pay?
No, I'm saying, whoever bought that tax.
They have to pay it.
Right, and they buy it, and then when they wanna claim it, they say, they wanna bring it up, they wanna make it mature.
So they go to the title company.
And then they tell them, we're gonna do foreclosure on that lot. So if they do foreclosure on the lot, because remember,
No,
you know.
we do the foreclosure, because the debt never goes away.
Not you. Whoever owns, that tax deed, who owns it, because they own it, in 3 years, that, they can tell us, all right, listen, we want our money, then we have to pay.
No, we don't have to pay.
And if we don't pay, they can
No, but
foreclose.
we, like right now, that lot that you're talking about in the corner.
I don't know what lot.
Okay,
I
a
don't know
lot
what
was
you're talking
tax
about.
deed. So
Okay.
that lot right now, he got a bill for $120,000.
Mm-hmm.
So he just got that lot for $41,000.
Mm-hmm.
That money in 120 days goes to the bondholder, whatever's left, right? And then, if he don't pay the 100 and something, guess what? It gets foreclosed. So
But if he
can-
pays the 120, that means he owned it, right?
If he pays the 120, it's good for the community because the community gets the 120.
Okay, but then, because it's a tax deed, right?
Huh?
We're talking
It
about
don't
tax
pay,
deed.
tax deed only erase community debt.
I know that.
So
But they can-
why we should worry about what we should use the money of the community
You
to pay
listen.
the taxes when the lots, the gentleman get it, when the lots, whoever buys them, it's their fault, we get the money. So why we should spend the money when we're gonna get the, money?
So I'm taxing.
So it's something that's been done since 2011.
I'm paying your taxes, because we're not paying the taxes on that lot. So now, that lot, I have my vested interest, that's how the tax.
You're talking about you as who's gonna purchase them?
No, I'm just saying, you said we own 27, that means we own
Yes.
27 lots. Well, we're not paying the taxes on the 27
No,
lots.
neither did that.
Okay, so when I go to the county and I say, oh, I need this lot here, and they say, well, okay, so I said, I'm gonna pay that tax.
Yeah.
So now I have a vested interest in that.
So that person.
And
is-
then in 3 years, I can say, hey,
Yeah.
I want whoever lot that was to pay me.
But we're not gonna pay.
Okay, and now the state says, that's mine.
Option.
I'm going to foreclose against you.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
Okay, no, that's all.
and it's no problem.
No, go ahead.
You
Okay.
see, so the
Say-
problem,
we good.
is no
We
problem
good.
with that. I'm
We
gonna
good.
tell you why.
No, we
For the
good.
record, the problem is, there's no problem because at the end, when you foreclose, right? At the end, whoever buys pays the debt, not us. So we get the money back. So at the end, why we should pay ourselves when somebody else could be the one who don't read, gets that lot, and then we get the money. That's the only way we're gonna get it. Because
That's but if they don't do it, if they don't never collect, we're not gonna get no money.
people, we're gonna get the money. That's how they've been getting the money since 2014. The question is, people who's been here, why they let that happen in the beginning?
I don't know, I wasn't here.
And you continue.
I wasn't here neither.
All right, go ahead with your.
So we have it, so, okay, so we have the
the motion number 510 for sale of the district.
For the reimbursement of district expenses, own property and discretion of self proceeds. Could I get a second?
Get a second
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
Opposed?
Mr.
Rod
Walker?
McNeil.
Opposed.
Oh, Mr. Walker opposed.
Walter, joins the motion as well, and, so there's 3 in favor and 2 opposed.
So, the next resolution, I call motion on consideration of resolution 2026-06, authorizing the sale of certain district-owned property, incorporating resolution 2026-05, and directing net sales proceeds toward understanding district bond obligations. So in other words, we authorizing and we agreeing with the bondholders to sell those lots, but to give the money back who is owned to the C.D.D. Could I get a second?
All the lots.
A second.
Yes. All in favor?
Aye.
What's your name?
But I stretch.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Who's gonna
Any
sell,
opposed? Huh?
who's gonna sell the lots?
The bondholders.
And what happened to the money?
They have to pay us whatever we've been spending since 2011.
So what happens if the lots sell below market price? Will we get back any money?
Huh?
If the lots sell below,
So let's say they sell them below market price. Market price right now is $35,000. Let's say they sell it for $30,000. This is protecting us. That is no matter. That's their fault if they sell it for $30,000. We need to get our money back that we've been spending since 2011.
how much money we've been spending so far?
So far, it's around 445 without counting Ting Square's building. There was over $120,000. The problem with Ting Square's building is that we have to take him. Whoever's in the board gonna have to take him to court because he did miss some missteps during the foreclosure proceeding.
Okay, so now that you brought up Mr. 1012s, so now it's open.
So right now we're in the board.
No, we talked, because you brought up 1012s.
So
He
the board, you
was
say
1012s.
you're in favor. You say you're opposed. Are you in favor or opposed?
He opposed. He had
You're opposed?
questions, asking who's 1012s.
Okay, so Mr.
Yeah, who's Tim Cruz?
Who's 1012s?
Tim Quells is the attorney who used to be since 2000, I believe 2010 or before, or 2011.
He was
Okay,
1012s,
so we have-
hello?
So we have the motion,
I guess.
the motion, it passed, and 2 against.
Robert McNeil and Walter Clancy opposes.
So now we have number 10, consideration of resolution 2026-07, authorizing the district council to continue pursuing legal remedies concerning Parkview Lakeshore Association Inc. and matters affecting district-owned property. So right now, the situation that we have is, we have 27 lots that they own HOA. 2024, the increase was more than 5%. Bondholders do not agree because those lots pertain to them, do not agree because the percentage was more than 5%. So bondholders now wants to pursue with the district council to do not pay and come to litigation with the HOA because they say that from $130 a year to $200 a year is more than the same 5% of the resolution and the declaration of the HOA. So the bondholders don't agree to pay that much, so they wanted to go litigation with the HOA. So could I get a second?
A second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
Opposing, Robert McNeil. Opposed.
And was the what opposed? Yes, we have 3 passed and opposed. So, I
And
call
do
a
you,
motion.
excuse me, do you think there could be any agreement between C.D.D and HOA? So it's not you guys are in a constant fight and we are the ones that pay the consequences? Do you think that it could be any agreement between you guys like an adults? You know what I mean? Like both try, I know that you guys now separated, but can you guys try to work together for the best of the community?
So right now, there's some litigations.
Uh-huh.
Fortunately, for that, it has to be with the council to explain that about the litigation, because right now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 litigations going on, possibly now 8, because the bondholders now are joining the C.D.D towards against the HOA. So,
Come on, really?
yes.
I wanna be clear.
So,
Who are the bondholders? When you say bondholders?
it's a company, bondholders are company.
A company, what company?
Whatever company holding the bond.
No name, whatever company.
Not whatever.
Whatever company,
Bond.
Calcutta State C.D.D. / Victor Cruz.
So the thing is, the problem they have is, the things that are on litigations are the eligibility of the elections. That's one that's gonna be a litigation. About the proxies, they have already the evidence submitted. They
That
have
was
the,
thrown out
they have the
already.
what?
That was thrown
It's
out
not being thrown out.
already
So
been
it's
thrown
still in court, and because, some proxies, they have April dates, some others don't have signatures. Yeah, the copies are gonna be there, so you can see all.
I'm
the-
just confused.
So I'm talking to the lady.
What does the CDD have to do with all this? Why
Because
does it
they-
impact?
because-
But
because
why
they
are
want-
you,
because they
your
want-
pettiness is costing us money? Your pettiness is costing
It's
us
no
money.
pettiness. So you're saying- so
you're
you're
petty
saying that
because,
the
no, what
owners
I'm
of
saying is
27 lots-
we're fighting the HOA and CDD and it's legal. Who benefits? The lawyer. Who suffers? We do. Because you cannot get
So
in and
why-
have a mediation and sit down with both
It
sides.
was a mediation, and the other part
And it
refused.
seems like, I don't know about maybe the rest of the board, but, because I don't even know that we're constantly going back and forth in court on this. It's
I don't know either.
CDD, with
I don't know
CDD,
either. I don't know
HOA,
either.
CDD and HOA,
Okay.
we want in
So
court.
I
Because
got a
they
question.
suing each other.
So I got a
Okay.
question for you. Do you think, how are we gonna agree, how are we gonna justify the $205, the $200-something that we paid for the assessment of one lot?
Okay.
To the bondholders to pay us back when it was changed
It was
from
his
130.
Let me,
He was the
let me
president.
ask you a question.
No,
How
no.
much did you pay for this?
Mr.
For
Neal.
205, right? You
Neal.
paid 205. They paid
It was 130, and it
Okay.
was increased more than 5%. So I pay my 205.
Okay.
I don't care.
So did you
But
complain?
the lot, when the CDD pays for that, the bondholders have to do the reimbursement to the CDD. So the bondholders say, why are you paying 205 when you wasn't supposed to pay no more than 143? So we're not gonna reimburse you those $60. Why? Because the increase was done, because to do an increase for more than 5% in the community, you need to have the majority of the residents of the board to approve that. So the board cannot approve increase no more than 5% unless you have the majority of the community to be there present and vote. So the problem is, when it comes to reimbursement, like you said, if we pay the additional money and we don't get reimbursed, then that's the problem there.
How much money are we talking? We're gonna argue. You saying that, so the 27 lots that we're supposedly we paid extra, so it's a difference of $60. So you're talking about $60 times $27. Now that we're going to litigation, I don't know how much money is gonna cost in litigation, so you're only talking about $1,620 for the
So,
year.
but
For
you know
that,
what?
for,
You know
that's
what?
for all 27
If
lots.
that litigation goes over,
We
it
can
will do a
remove those
class
fees. We don't have to
action
go to court
that the
for it.
other homeowners could join in. So there are more than 25 homeowners who are willing to join that class action lawsuit to get their money
But
back.
did you just hear the HOA president
So-
say that we could remove those fees without having to go to
That has to
court?
be talked to.
Victor,
Okay,
this is
so
so
then-
personal, it's not
It's
professional.
no personal.
It is.
It is no
I'm
personal,
HOA
ma'am.
president, I'm
Ma'am,
telling
I'm gonna tell you why.
We will
I'm
come
gonna
to
tell
the
you why.
table and
Because-
remove those fees. We will remove those fees. We don't wanna go
No,
to
no,
court.
ma'am, let me tell
We
you,
don't wanna go to
you're
court.
not in charge. Let me tell you.
It's just a money.
Ma'am, let me tell you what's going on. So what happened was, they had to meet, and I was present at those meetings, and they refused to do the litigation.
No, she just said, she'll remove
On
the
the
fees.
meeting, it was refused.
We're not
On the
worried
meeting.
about the past,
Okay.
dude, we're trying to.
So let's talk about the motion to schedule the next meeting for June 30, 2026, and September 2, 2026. Could I get a second?
Spending more of our money.
All in favor? Any opposed?
Melissa,
For the next meeting?
Melissa, I wanna talk to you about this whole situation.
Okay. Good. Did I said aye. Walter? For the next meeting?
It's two days.
2 meetings,
September 2nd and.
and June 30.
What's June 30th? What's the meeting for June 30th?
What's the minute?
No, a meeting, half a meeting.
This gonna be,
A meeting, yeah. an open
with an
meeting.
agenda?
Yes, yes.
Not like this here, cause this is the
No.
budget proposal.
It's
So
a-
when?
No, it's not budget proposal, this is the budget.
So when?
We passed the
the
budget.
We passed the budget?
We passed the budget.
When?
That was the first
And it was the
resolution.
resolution. That was the first
You guys,
resolution.
you guys opposed
Yes, sir.
it, you guys opposed it, and the
Yeah.
community opposed it.
Say it again?
When is the deadline to submit this to whoever you guys do?
Oh, the 14th.
So Melissa, can I have a question
So,
for you?
you submitted that.
Melissa, can I have a question for you?
So, let me finish with the gentleman. So each resident right now, based on what the jail said over the bill, is gonna be saving around $700. So your next year bill is gonna be $700.
But you didn't have a choice to change anything anyways, because we were going by the rules that they gave you.
Yeah, we went by the rules that they gave us, and the rules that they gave us says that we have to go by the invoices.
If we run out of money, then we can vote to increase it.
Can I get a copy
But
of the
if you
invoices?
wanted to increase that, then you have to have the reason for it. You can't, like I said, you can't.
Well, for example, we go 1/8 and we need money. I'm just
Then-
guessing.
Exactly.
So we can
Exactly.
actually do
But
it.
you have to, example, what I was saying about the landscaping, right? The landscaping says 120. So are you gonna have a meeting and say, well, we have 3 landscaping people that wants to charge $300,000? I'm just saying,
That's enough.
$300,000, right? So they're gonna say no. Yeah, they're gonna say no. The auditors are gonna say, no, you need to find somebody who will do it for this range. So they gave a range, and there's something, they gave a range of the bill. It's like the water. If the water, a pipe breaks, and now you have 30,000, let's say, like happened to us. So a pipe broke, and we have $24,000, bill, right? We didn't even know that pipe was ours. That pipe was by the church, but it was our water. Okay, so that pipe breaks, we don't know about it, we get charged, we have to pay. Next year billing, you have to go by what you bill. So that pipe got fixed. Now, if we spend $46,000 on water bill, the next budget is gonna be 46. So if that year you spend, let's say 52, then the next year will be 52. But if you spend 36, then it will be 36.
Where was this
There's no rainy
oversight
day
committee in
fund?
the past?
Huh?
Where was this oversight, budgeting committee in the past? Because in the past, the budgets have been willy-nilly, you just stuck a number here and stuck a number there and stuck us with all.
They used the terminology, and the terminology is based on the cost.
But I'm saying, that hasn't been how it's been.
No,
Justify.
it was by the cost of.
Justify.
Where,
Well, JDAC is getting all the justifications.
Don't blame that, it's you.
but where were they before?
The dock, the clear back there, the clear of the wetlands. So you see, now the wetlands are not being taken care of, and you guys don't wanna clear back there. I'm gonna tell you something, South Florida Water Management, in 1 or 2 years, they're gonna send a helicopter, they're gonna send an inspector, they're gonna look at it, and they're gonna tell you, you have to do it again.
Probably shouldn't have done it in the first place, eh?
No, you have to do it because we
No,
have
we
the
probably
letter.
shouldn't have built
No,
it.
we have.
So before we adjourn this meeting, I've got a
Excuse me,
question.
excuse
Of
me,
the curse.
what did you say?
Will you please not curse?
I didn't curse, I said, where was it, we probably shouldn't have built it in the beginning. And part of that is cursing. We should probably not have built it in the beginning. Is that curse word in here?
Aren't you supposed to open it back up to the public for comments before we close up?
So, the dock
Hmm?
was on the declaration when they did the community. It has to be built. Because if they borrow, if they, how you call it, the developer borrowed that money, for that, it has to be there.
So why did we have to pay for it, the developer?
Because the same way what we have to pay, and I'm telling you right now, on the next meeting, what we're gonna discuss is why we have a 4.9 B bond debt that the previous board never told us about it, and it was not on those agendas since 2014.
CYA.
Will you make sure to bring?
Why?
proof of that?
2014, I purchased in 2017.
Would you please make
So I
sure to
wasn't
bring
here.
the proof of that with dates?
Everything, yes.
Perfect.
And
we'll-
it's
they
gonna
will
be,
there.
because you know what, right now, they asking, like, I just got a email today from them, asking me, this is 56 slots, tum, 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 tum. Why this was 80,000, now they don't have B. But if you go to the Osceola County property appraiser, that Apex Home says B-bond on it. Why they not paying B-bond? And I'm like, I don't know, I wasn't here.
And they were using the duck as a selling point too.
So I wasn't here,
How's that
so
working?
I do not know, man, I do not know why that home that was purchased by Apex Home do not longer have a B-bond. I do not know how Apex purchased 100 and something lots for $100 something thousand. I do not know why. I know why they're not purchasing. They're not paying the A2 because they pay for the A2. So see, some lots do not pay for the A2. And the back.
When you say bond A and bond B, that's two separate bonds for the same place?
We have 4 bonds. We have 4 bonds. And I only knew about 2.
How many of them did you?
And then they raised 1, and then the B bond was put on those lots back there.
How many did you take out? How many bonds are you responsible for?
We are responsible.
You.
No, we
Your
are
board.
responsible for the people who live in the front.
No, how
They-
many bonds
you.
did this board take?
Have you ever
No,
written a check
we
personally?
refinance the bond at the same length.
At a lower rate.
Have you
At
ever
a
written
lower
a
rate. So
personal check with our money?
from 5.87,
Yeah.
it went down to 3 something.
Interest?
This young lady has a question. She
Yes, ma'am.
really wants to say
I have 2 questions.
Your name, can you state your name for the record?
Justice Dacius.
Yes.
So, how long do we plan on having a CDD? Like,
2035.
2035.
And
2035.
it's the option of the community.
We don't want it. I promise.
Exactly. It's the option of the community to transfer that to the HOA or keep the CDD and be without the fund. But this is the problem. All those properties, it has to be sold to the HOA. But for the HOA to be able to take responsibility from there, 51% of the community has to agree with.
How are we able to get 51% of the community when we can barely get 100 people from the community to show up now?
They're dissatisfied
Because-
with everything.
Like that, like
Well,
logically,
that's
that
not-
makes no
so,
sense.
Okay, so you're saying that.
Because a lot of the
Well,
homes
last
that-
election, supposedly got 100 and something.
Yeah, but we have 540 something units. So we need over 250 to show up when we can't
They
even
don't
get.
have to show up, we can sign proxies.
But they didn't even do that. We
Yeah.
only had 120, so we're never
Oh,
gonna
we
get.
only have 120 proxies.
I'm just throwing numbers out, but it wasn't that many. It wasn't over 50%.
Okay,
Can I get this in?
okay.
I want to, because what happened last year,
Can you state your name for the record?
Oh my goodness.
I wasn't done.
Supervisor McNeil, seat 2, Rob McNeil. For the record, July 1st last year, the scientists put a law in place that if a community want to get rid of the HOA, you
HOA,
can
CDD.
do, not HOA.
HOA, okay.
Okay, so you can do it. That's number 1. So the fact that the C.D.D. is gonna be able to transfer it over to the HOA. So let's say by chance, 2035 rolls around, the C.D.D. is the HOA is no longer. So now you as homeowners are gonna have some kind of situation on your hand. Now, the other issue about the, who owns the pier? Who owns the pier?
So if you see 2004,
No.
Sorry,
I don't
hold
wanna
on.
go, no, I
Hold on.
wanna know right now, who owns the pier? Who's responsible for that?
who is responsible?
Yeah.
The HOA is responsible.
Okay. At the time when the pier was built, who was the president of the HOA at that time?
Huh?
Who was the president of the HOA at that time?
Okay, so 2007 and no, excuse
Who
me.
was the president?
Excuse me,
Pier
because
was
you're
built?
asking a question that has no relevance to the thing. Because in 2004, it was decided. Did you live here in 2004? Did you live here in 2004? I didn't live here in
There was
2004.
nobody here in
So
2004.
in
They started building in 2003.
But they took the decision and it's on the court.
Okay.
Go to the courthouse and it's gonna be in the document. Yes, it has to be there because it says in the documents.
But I want to know who was the president of the HOA when the pier was actually built.
So What
Just
is-
answer the question.
Okay, so why do we need to know who's the president for that?
He has a right to.
Because,
Who's
okay, hold on.
Because
No,
the-
what
the
is the
dock
point?
is falling
Because,
apart.
no,
The
hold on.
dock needs repair.
The
It's
dock
broken.
is the responsibility.
Any child can go
Listen,
back there and fall into the
2004,
water,
in
that's
2004, when the bondholder says, a pier is gonna be built in this community, they created the resolutions, right? They did their bylaws, and everything is there in the courthouse since 2004. If you want, I could provide you a copy of it.
Do you know who the president was when
In
the dock was
2004?
built?
No.
When the dock was
Okay,
built.
so the
When
problem is, the question that you wanted to do is because you wanted to create a referendum thing that had nothing to do who was the president or not. Because the point is that in 2004, Mr. Watt, like you said, in 2004, it was already decided. So it was no decision made on 2020, 21, 22, or
Mr.
23.
McNeil, Victor Cruz was the president of the
Okay,
C.D.D. when the
so
dock
what is the
was
point?
built.
The rest of the dictionary.
The HOA.
Who was
The HOA.
the president of the HOA when the actual pier was actually built, physically built?
I understood that.
You know what,
question.
when it was physically completely built,
No.
I was no longer the president.
When it was started. Started this project.
That's all we wanna get for the
That's
record.
right.
That's all we
That's for the
wanna get
record.
for the
Okay, so I was not, I don't know who was the president.
But you started it. But you started it.
No, it started in 2004.
I have another question. Can we?
So this is the thing, look, you cannot say when it's an actual legal document signed in 2004 that it says that it's the responsibility of the HOA.
He just asked a question, he didn't
It is,
assign
it
his
is,
bill.
it is 2000, so no matter who's being the president, they decided back in 2004.
But he didn't assign
But
any
they
bill
work
to
for
you.
us.
I got a question. Get back us on track with the bonds and stuff. Okay, so the C.D.D. can go away 2035. Are these bonds possibly going to be paid by 2035 so we can
Yes.
distribute it?
They do
And we're not gonna
the
refinance.
The A1 and A2, no. The
They're
B
behind
bond,
right now, though,
the
Justice.
B bond on the other hand,
Because if we can get these paid by 2035, we don't have to have a vote of 50% for the community to take over if we plan to pay it off. Do you get what I'm saying?
no, because you're confusing two things.
Help me,
Bonds
explain please.
Bonds and operation maintenance are two different.
Operations management?
Operation maintenance. Operation maintenance, that will continue until the end of the year.
For the C.D.D.
For the city, unless the C.D.D. sells by $1 to the HOA or whoever's in the board, they wanted to sell it another communities, they sell it to the private company.
Yeah.
That's done in Tallahassee, they sell it to a private company to handle whoever is in the board in that year. Or they wanted to continue, they want to dismantle, they want to sell it to private. I know another community, what they did is they destroyed all the facilities.
Yeah.
That was in Jacksonville, they just,
Because the C.D.D. isn't supposed to be forever. It's just
the bond part is not supposed to be forever. But whoever is in the board, they have the right to get another bond.
Right, that's,
if the
Not
community
whoever
vote on
comes in
it.
the future. Let's say
How
he's
about
in
we
the,
not get another bond?
so
Please.
let's say he's
Please.
in the future and they wanted to build another pool.
We don't
or
want
they want, I'm talking about future board, let's say in 2030. And they want to get another bond, they could do it.
Without the
any
community.
approval.
Without the community approval, yeah.
Well,
We
No,
never
well-
know.
because the thing is, when I bought my home, my realtor was under the impression that the C.D.D. was gonna be gone
in
because
2030.
yeah. So I was
Providing.
So a lot of these realtors that are selling homes, they're under the impression 20, 30 years because I think the C.D.D. started 2004, 2003.
Yeah.
So they're under the impression, 20, 30 year bond, they're gonna distribute it, whatever. You're good. This is what the realtors are telling us as
Right.
well.
Sounds like a good lawsuit.
Yeah, so I was under the impression of something differently. And then the house 2 doors, I talked to the potential owners of that one. They're the same thing. Like, these people don't know what's going on in this room. So we're kind of screwing over future homeowners and kind of messing up our property values, if you want me to be honest, of why we why we're not gonna be able to have future residents to move in because of this issue. And also with the fiscal year 2026, because we are supposed to be discussing 2025, 2026 budget, how is that looking? Because we're in June and we haven't got it approved. So are we above or below? Because we should have.
Last year, budget, 26, it got approved in June 4th last year.
I don't think so. Because I was at that meeting. I was at that meeting pregnant, and we were supposed to have a following meeting, but we didn't.
Exactly.
And then I had my son, and we kept.
Because it was approved that day, because it was lower. So you see, when it comes to the budget is, if you're gonna lower the budget, and do not create a burden. If you keep the budget the same, or you lower the budget, you don't create a burden. So if you don't create a burden, you don't have to have another meeting to tell the people, because it's not gonna be a burden on the people.
I get what you're saying,
Right.
but with this letter, it says to fund the proposed budget for fiscal year 2025 and 2026, and fiscal year 2026, 2027. So that means it wasn't proposed. I mean, it wasn't approved.
It was approved from the meeting.
But you're saying that, but this letter's not saying this. That's what I'm getting to.
That letter was, but on that day it was approved, and those documents already
What
got,
date?
they were,
What-
those documents were asked about, and JDAC already looked into it, and.
Like, I'm just confused
For the
because
record,
if
this
I'm
is
reading
from-
this, it's just saying proposed, it's not saying approved. Those are two different, like,
But
words
on the
have
meeting
meaning.
was approved.
So why would y'all put it in the letter on May 27th is what I'm saying.
Because it was approved from the meeting, and you know what was approved? Because it did not create a burden, because it was.
Victor, I feel
lower.
like you're just
But this
saying
one
words
is
confusing me.
I'm not confusing you, what I'm trying to tell you is.
June, when I went to the meeting,
Okay,
we
then-
did not propose, it was a huge argument in here, we did not, we said we were gonna have a following meeting in July.
We
This is
have-
what happened.
We have the
Absolutely.
motion was called, and when the motion was called, it was called to approve. So the motion was approved.
She wants to know who.
And it was explained, and it was explained, and it was like a. So,
That's the
no, listen.
He was
I-
on the phone.
Okay.
He wasn't even
Li-
there, he was
li-
on the phone.
Listen, that budget
I'm
was,
so confused.
that budget was explained to the people.
What was that
individually.
budget number?
Huh?
She was here.
It was explained to the people individually how many each lot was gonna pay. And it was explained to everybody.
I understand
And
it
it
was
was-
explained, but we did not approve it.
It was approved, the motion, if you read it, the motion
I'm
was
gonna just have to look at the meeting minutes
Wa-
because.
Watch my video.
But
Okay.
it was approved, but listen, that question was already asked by the state. The motion was presented, everything was presented, and we move on, it was approved. So we don't going back, now we're going to the new one that just got approved today.
Right, but it's going to impact us negatively whether you say it is or not. You said that we couldn't do a budget if it was going to be detrimental. This is going to be detrimental to our community. And you don't care because you don't live here and you don't live here. So
What
you really
is
don't
gonna be,
care.
what is gonna be a bad?
It's not enough.
It is
We will
enough.
not be able to pay
Based,
our bills.
based on what we're discussing every day, which
Disgusting is right.
is enough for them. So how are we gonna justify to them all the numbers that they say,
How
no,
are
it's
we
too
gonna
much?
justify to
So
us?
so since we got this 1.3 million budget for this year, what is it? 1 million. We got 1 million for this year.
Well, the state don't
For
make it.
2027, 2028.
It's not 1 million, it's
No,
646,000.
she's talking about the whole budget.
No.
$1 million.
It's 600,000.
That's the operational
Where it
budget.
says the bonds, can I say
645.
something? Everybody else gets to speak, but you keep ignoring me, of course.
Go ahead, Eddie.
On the top of the budget, if you look at any other year's budget, on the top of this year's budget,
can't
it
even look
says
at you.
collected from the bond. Those payments, this budget is not balanced. So on the top, when we got the actual, if you look online, they didn't send the breakdown of the budget. So let me give you an example. For legal fees in 2024 and 2025, we spent 150,000. Last year, they budgeted 50,000. This year, they're only budgeting 10,000. Why do you think they only wanna give us a $10,000 budget for legal fees? Because all of them don't want us to have any money for a lawyer. That's just one line item. Do you understand?
I got
The
you.
same thing with landscaping, or management fees. For 2024 and 2025, we paid $350,000 for management fees. Last year, we paid $80,000. This year, they're only budgeting $27,000 for management fees, which means no management company in Florida is going to represent Concord Estates for $27,000. Water bill, same exact thing. $170,000 in 2024, 2025. In 2026, it was like 80,000. This year, they're only budgeting 30. I think it's, I forget what it is. It's a $35,000 difference. So they're saying we're gonna spend 35,000 less. But you see the difference?
I got you.
The budget is only 600. The 300,000 goes to the bond. Our revenue, our operation and maintenance budget is only 600,000. What they sent is a lie. This is all we have is 600 to work with. The bond A1 and A2 is 500,000. So if you have 640 and you take out 536, how much does that leave you with? $100,000. That's all we're gonna have. All we're gonna have for the entire budget. And don't say no because you're lying. Everything you've ever said is a lie.
Okay.
We've seen it.
So the budget says, on the budget.
We have the breakdown.
if we
You have to, why didn't you give everyone a
Page-
breakdown of the budget? I have the
page-
breakdown. You wanna see
page-
it, Justice?
Resolution,
No.
resolution 2601, that's the documents that is
That was your
getting.
question an hour ago.
I know.
So
It says-
explain let's just go to the lawyer. Why did you budget only
Total
10,000 for the
general fund,
lawyer?
640, it says on the letter that it gets sent to the county, that letter that says to the county, it says the letter that it gets sent to the county.
2027 budget.
The total general fund, that's the operation and maintenance, 645,971. Debt service, 383,238.
I can email this
Total
to you.
all funds is 1,029,200. That is the letter. So we're gonna collect $1 million. So what's gonna happen?
15,000 for parks when they used to budget 600. You used to budget 600,000 for parks.
645.
Now 50.
So-
How are we gonna clean our ponds? How are we gonna pay our legal fees?
So we're
How
gonna-
are we,
We are going-
where is the irrigation?
Hey,
The
Cruz.
water bill? How are we gonna pay all these
So we-
things?
Where's the breakdown
Can
of
you
the,
state your
of the
name for the
budget?
record, please?
Where's the
80
breakdown for the
ballots.
budget?
She deserves an answer.
Where
She
is the
deserves
breakdown?
an
What's
for
the
budget?
answer?
The reason we funded
He's
the
not,
budget is
they don't wanna
because
answer my question.
Because
Just
you listen
explain,
what she's saying.
explain why the budget only says 10,000 for legal
the
fees.
numbers that we have. So if we only
Management
spend
company, say
$45,000
so.
on water, we can only budget
Are you
$45,000.
the HOA president?
No, I'm asking you, where's it, every meeting I go to, we get a printout of all the maintenance, electricity, water. Where is the breakdown for the board? Line by line item for the board.
That was supposed to be on the website.
So are we gonna get an answer? Victor, answer the question.
Answer the
Answer the question. No, answer the question.
No!
Answer
You
the
said answer
question.
the question,
Answer
Victor.
the question. Answer the question. Answer the question. No. Answer the question. Just answer the question.
Yeah, you know how to do that. That's perfect.
This is what he does.
That's what he does
For the
every
record.
time.
Just for the record, they are insinuating that JLAC has taken control of it. So every decision made, according to Victor Cruz, was done by JLAC. So either we're gonna get in touch with the auditors, because I don't know how much the auditors' powers are. Hopefully, we can get some answers soon. But as you can see, they just arbitrarily
He
cancel
barely lives here. She stole $280,000 from her plastic surgeon.
Is that true? You owe that money, huh, for plastic surgery? I got the records, the court records. Oh, you're chummy.
Did you notice that 3 people are against the committee?
I don't care what I said.
Are you assuming responsibility?
Listen, I'm asking you a question.
This is on you.
I need,
I sent it to you.
So you need to know who Alejandro is, and you don't know who he is. This 3 people is against the whole community. Why don't you leave like you always
Who are you? Who do you represent?
I'm working with Melissa Velo for Florida.
So this is your first time?
Yes,
You have a background in this?
Yes, in the background. I'm
What's your
working
opinion?
directly to,
Directly with who?
I work with Melissa in the meeting. It's only in the meeting to back up for any information or any, but I don't have any information about the C.D.D or the meeting or whatever.
We can readdress it and get more money from the community if we have to.
But why don't you know how management company you hire?
He's
Why
the
don't you
gentleman
know
that usually sits up here and listens.
Honestly, this is a
Something
farce.
weird, something's weird.
There's no viability in this meeting. None.
Something's very weird.
Where was that?
No, you need to know that.
Gina Perez, county, I work in CDD's attorney.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So they're moving in, who's gonna organize it?
In an annual meeting with their elected.
And you was just filling in for Florida District Manager. I'm sorry, but you read the letter and
It's been going on for.
the girl wasn't fitting when she told you. She's showing you, and nobody wanted to look at that. I'm perplexed too. I'm like, yo, it says 2 things on that letter.
I don't know if that might be a typo.
Well, that's a huge title.
Just give up the seat. You don't want to do the job. You don't want to answer the question. I don't understand.
Where's the breakdown for the budget? Where's the breakdown?
You served? You served?
Yeah, I was in the Navy.
Oh, you wasn't? Thank you for your service.
Thank you.
Sure.
Oh.
Madam?
Thank you. Thank you. That's the one that is serving everybody.
That, what happened was that they following the rules you made.
Right.
Yeah.
I just asked her, what changed? Why were we able to have higher amounts 1 year and
That's what happened.
And she said, once that agency comes in,
Correct.
there was an audit and they are monitoring.
What happened was that the agency wasn't involved
right
until now.
You've been management before, right? Can we maintain the pool for $1,000 a month? That's only chemicals. They budgeted $1,000 a month for the pool. That's only chemicals. And I can have a pool, no water, no electricity.
Realistically, what they're saying is that the last 5 to 7 years, we should have had a budget of $1 million a year to run the community.
$2 million.
Yeah.
The budget was $2 million, yes.
Yeah, that's what I mean. They actually,
Right, but unfortunately.
this should be the boundaries, but there's no boundaries. Yeah, we got.
But either way, how do we pay the water? How do we pay the electricity? How do we pay anything?
Magic.
Anything, yeah. And all they do is sue to rack up our legal bills.
But you just sat right there and said that you would waive it.
I would waive
You would come to the table and talk to them.
One mistake.
And we're gonna get into that.
The one mistake they made is C.D.D. and HOA were the same. That is never,
The thing is,
ever
that
a good
dog
idea.
was built by the, but when Victor was still on the HOA board, right, and the CDD.
But then it didn't show.
But guess what?
Well, that's what I mean. You cannot have the same people making all the decisions.
But they were.
Yes.
Unfortunately.
Yes.
One
person.
If you ask him a question, then
Or they turn their head.
yeah, automatically is why do you think we're only gonna spend $10,000 on legal fees?
Yeah, I'm like, not a farm.
I don't think they expect you to do
No, they never sent anybody to break that. Our lawyer, you know how I got this? The FDLE, the auditing committee, and our lawyer sent them a letter and said, we want the breakdown. This is how I got, you know when I got this? Last night, yesterday.
I saw that.
They just put it up.
Yes, they don't wanna give nobody the breakdown.
Because they didn't wanna give nobody the breakdown.
Right.
Right? So when I got the breakdown, that's when I started putting it online.
Well, what I'm saying, from what he said, that
This
is
is gonna cover
mandatory.
it.
Oh, it's mandatory,
That
but
is mandatory.
this is
not
mandatory.
stealing money from your community is
That's what
mandatory.
I'm saying
Now,
is
that
that
is
is
it.
mandatory
This is the
now.
problem.
It
If
should be
we don't
mandatory
pay our
now.
bonds,
If we don't
I
pay
asked him,
our
is our
bond,
bond behind? He didn't answer whether the bond is behind.
He
If our
doesn't
bond
care.
is behind, what's gonna happen to this community? It's never been done. Let me tell you, we've talked to 100 lawyers, right? Lawyers, management companies, everything. Either the county takes over, CDD has never filed a bankruptcy. Never. It's never been done. Only a developer, one developer filed bankruptcy. It's never been done. They don't even know if we can do it. So if the state takes over and they pay all our debt, then they divide it into 586 houses, right?
That's it.
So if
Easy.
the number is 18,000, your house is 18,000.
Welcome back.
Your house is 18,000. Your house is 18,000. My house is, and it's a special assessment.
So the loan that I have.
So now it's
Oh
gonna
no,
be.
that's got nothing to
No,
do with your mortgage.
Nothing.
No, it's just an
Yes,
additional
It's a
fee.
Yeah.
It's called a special assessment, and that's what I'm trying to.
I
This
might
is-
not be
Because they have to cover it.
Listen, this is
Well,
what
that's
we're trying to
assuming you
avoid.
could sell your
This is
house.
crazy.
And again, that's assuming you could sell the house.
That's true, it's
Yeah.
hard.
Because how many people have the house? Nobody wants to live in our community,
Oh,
okay?
by the way,
Yeah,
the realtor-
and let me tell you, he worked in management, he can tell you, 12,000 for the pool, $1,000 of loan goes on material, just on material for the
Yeah.
pool. What about, nobody's gonna, yeah, we're not gonna have any maintenance, we don't have any money. So basically, we have no money.
We're gonna have a lot of volunteers.
And I had a meeting with the tax collector. If the budget is not changed by the middle of August, this budget sticks. There's
How do we change
nothing,
it?
Did they discuss another meeting soon?
there's nothing
Yes.
we could do.
June 30th.
Yeah.
Here?
Now-
June 30th.
But whatever. they show
You have to wait the
Online it
signature.
says July 9th.
July 9th.
Well, he just said June
He was,
30th.
no,
It
June
said
30th.
June, no, it says June 30th and September 2nd.
Oh, June 30th, September.
September 2nd.
It does. So can we, how do we change that?
We can't, we're gonna do a special assessment. We can't change the budget. The only thing is special assessment, so every house will be, and he did he was in management. All it is a special assessment, there's no way around it. Because unless we have no lights in the community, no water, and they're gonna take our houses anyway because the bonds are not paid.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter. It
And
doesn't
what
matter.
really ticks me off is that AVEX paid our bond, we didn't have one.
Oh, and they refinanced their bonds.
They refund.
Yeah, even though it was paid, they refinanced.
I think we'll take a
their bonds.
percentage of that, you know.
Right.
Yours is probably
personal.
paid too, because you have it in.
Yeah, so it's a mess, it's just a mess, there's nothing,
We can get out of it.
yeah, it doesn't,
You got it.
You have to get out of it.
yeah.
I think
Look, take some bagels, we paid for them.
We're coming out of the meeting. Okay, we're out of here.